Welcome. In South Africa, South African people are marching against Orania, a city in Africa, in South Africa, where no black people is allowed. I have my opinion on this, and I've seen a few other people who has some interesting opinion on this. So it's kind crazy if you look at it. If you look at the history and the story about that city, we need to talk about it. So, Orania, people are marching against the city because they don't allow a black man, they don't allow any black human being to live in that city. I think you can visit because I have seen few people, especially people who are on internet, visiting and get interviews. I also saw a woman who agreed he will marry a black man if she will marry a black man if she loves him. So I guess you can visit, but you're not just allowed to live over there. I have my strong opinion on this, but before that, let's see this video and then I will let you what I think about it. Thank you.
And the finalization of the successful march of the economic freedom fighters in our lifetime, creating history, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time since the dawn of the artificial democracy, people have stood up and said no more of a state inside a state, led by the man himself, the provincial chairperson, Cedric Taule, who has said, listen, not in my lifetime. Comrade Chair, how was the march for you? Nice walk, 8 kilometers plus minus. How was it for you?
Very good.
Yeah.
Very interesting. It's a sign that young people appreciate the EFF.
Yeah.
It's a sign that young people, they know what they stand for. It's a sign that the people of the Northern Cape, under the leadership of CIC Julius Sello Malema, are with him. He's not alone in this journey.
Yeah.
We are together, and we are doing this to support the economic freedom fighters throughout the country by calling for the end of racial dispossession. We must call for all these wrong things that the apartheid government introduced. We must defend the legacy of Mama Winnie, who never enjoyed her youthful days, who never enjoyed her family, who never enjoyed even the last days of her life. She died knowing that the EFF of Julius Malema will continue to fight, will carry the baton, will carry the spear in defense of the revolution of a black child. So today we came here demonstrating the love for Mama Winnie, the love for the fallen heroes who fought for the liberation of this country, South Africa. It's a journey. It's a road that we must travel, and we must travel together. We have disappointed those who thought we'll have a march that is rude, that is rowdy, that is not peaceful.
Yes.
People of the Northern Cape, they have shown. Even Freedom Front Plus members, they were part of the march. They were here. We have seen them undisturbed, and we are happy. This organization is trying to build a nation that one day, when the CIC, the leadership of the EFF, looks back, they will say, indeed, we have planted a seed and the seed is germinating.
I asked the question, I said, if indeed in Orania you are preserving Afrikaans, why is it that the Afrikaners in Limpopo, in Western Cape, in Eastern Cape, in Mpumalanga are not losing their Africanism? If you are saving it, why those who are not in Orania, they are not losing that culture?
No, there's nothing about the culture here.
Hey.
It's all about, let's test if they will not pick it up.
Yeah.
So our ancestors are not sleeping. The leadership of the EFF is not.
Now, I want to let you listen to this woman. She's so right into what she's talking about. If that city, if that community is self-sufficient, if they have what they need, if they do whatever they have to do to make the community working, why those other communities cannot do the same? Why they want to go into Orania to disturb the community when the Iranian community are now going in this other black people community.
Regardless of the race of the person who follows that culture. Do you know what I think many people have issues with? The fact that Orania is succeeding in being self-sufficient. They seem to have a higher standard of living than the rest of the government-run South Africa. And I think if things were going well for the rest of South Africa, nobody would even look at Orania twice. So my advice to every person who's having some chest pains regarding Orania is this: learn to own your own things. Learn to build your own things. Learn to succeed at your own things. And if you don't want to hear it from me, hear it from one of the most celebrated black people in the world, Malcolm X.
And if we can't do it, we should hush our mouth. If you can't do for yourself what the white man is doing for himself, don't say you're equal with the white man. If you can't set up a factory like he sets up a factory, don't talk that old equality talk.
That's some essential education about self-determination for many black South Africans. If you cannot step up and set up a factory that a white man can set up for himself, don't say you are equal to the white man. If you cannot do for yourself what the white man can do for himself, don't call yourself equal to the white man. How can you want equality when the things that you do show inferiority? Seriously, guys, those were words from decades ago, before there were even color TVs, decades before the ANC took over this country. And it seems that even in 2025, many black South Africans still do not understand the value of rising up and standing up for themselves. This is embarrassing, guys, very embarrassing. You think that you're revolutionaries by attacking what the people of Orania have managed to achieve, but really you're exposing yourselves to be bitter people that have failed to band together to achieve something similar for yourselves.
Get off the welfare. Get out of that compensation line. Be a man. Earn what you need for your own family. Then your family respects you. They are proud to say, that's my father. She's proud to say, that's my husband. Father means you're taking care of those children. Just because you made them, that don't mean you're a father. Anybody can make a baby, but anybody can't take care of it. Anybody can go and get a woman, but
Listen, I love it. I love it 100%. Look, it's time to face the truth. Okay? It's time to face the truth. If you want to be equal to a white man, make sure you can do what a white man is doing. If you wanna be equal to anyone, if you say you are equal to anyone, are you ready to do what he's doing? Okay. If South African black people want to destroy the city, the Oranian city, because they're not allowed to live over there, why they don't go into the city to build their own city? So why Orania doesn't allow black people to come in and live in? Because these black people, they do what? I've seen interviews, okay? I've seen interviews when these people say we not allow everyone to come over here because just they want to come over here because we have our standards. So why these black African want to live in Orania? Because they have a good school, they have a good hospitals, they build the energy grid, they build all the system, the agriculture for themselves. They don't depend on the government. Did you hear what Malcolm X just said? The American who was fight for the freedom back in the 60s. He said, what? If you want to be equal to a white man, make sure you can do what a white man is doing. Why they don't go and build the beautiful school? Why they don't go there and try to fight, try to fix these crimes in these black communities? That's the problem. The white man in Orania was able to build a city, was able to raise up the standards of living because they didn't want to live like every other cities in South Africa, and they didn't want to live in the same standard with other cities in South Africa. So you guys go back and build the same system as they did. Okay, If you say it's in your country, yes, it is in your country, but it is a very small portion of South Africa, a very small portion. So why don't you take the list of the land and build your power grid, build your agriculture, build your schools, educate your children? If they don't want you to come in and bring your kind your culture into the city, why don't you keep your culture where you live and make sure you help your community to grow and do what everybody's doing? Don't try to copy what they're doing, because if you say they don't allow you to go there, it means you cannot fix yourself. That's what it means. Okay, why the government doesn't destroy the city? Because in the constitution, the city, every city is allowed to build themselves the way they want. If that was against the constitution, that was going to be destroyed, but they are not. Why every okay? Let me put it this way. Look, how many black presidents had South Africa had after Nelson Mandela? How many black presidents that had South Africa? Too many of them, even today. How many black people are in the house in South Africa? Almost, pretty much the majority. How many black people are in the Senate? The majority. How many people in the in every institution, administration in South Africa? Pretty much all blacks. But why they still going to fight for this small city? That's a big question. Go ahead and build your own communities. Look, we cannot always depend on white men forever. We have to learn how to depend on ourselves. How we have to learn how to be self-sufficient. That's the problem. And it's not only in South Africa, it's everywhere in the world. Black people, we have the negative mentality of depending on government assistance. We cannot depend on government assistance forever. Somebody have to come up with a good idea, like the man who came up with a good idea to create Orania to be self-dependent. We need most of those people in every cities. And instead of marching, instead of going against the city, go build your own. I mean, what else I can say? That's the only solution. That's the only solution. We can't depend on a white man in America, depending white man in the UK, depend on a white man in South Africa, depend on a white man everywhere. No, we can do better. We can do better. We can improve our school systems. We can improve our education systems. We can improve our way of being. We can improve our culture. So we cannot always blame on white men. What is our richest culture that we're always talking about? If we can improve ourselves to be better, to read our communities, what is why we say we are equal to white men? We should not say that then. We should not. We should not say that. Okay? Let me tell you one more example. Okay? One more example. President of Congo, he just called Trump. They had all this process say America need to come over and take over all the minerals in Congo. That's one of example of submission. We always submit to the white man because we are not equal to him. According to how we do stuff, according to what we do and how we live, we are not equal to white man. Let's just bend our knees and let white man govern us, because we cannot govern ourselves. If you see Congo, what is Congo? Congo has not that many issues. They can control the minerals and build the country, but they are calling Trump to come in, take over all the minerals so they can bring peace to Congo. No one is going to bring peace to your country unless you yourself can bring peace to your country. There's no any other institution in the world. Now UN, now African Union, now East Africa, now ECOWAS, now whatever can bring peace to your country. You have to build your country yourself. So why do we always submit to the white man? Because we are not capable of helping ourselves. So that's the problem we have. We have to learn how to do better. We have to learn how to do what they're doing. If we can't, they just say, yeah, we are not equal. We are inferior to you, and you are superior. Let's just say that. Let's just be really right here. Don't let's just kidding ourselves. Let's be real. If we can control what we're doing, if these people cannot go there and build a community, and they still want to depend on that small community of white people. That's so. I can't even understand what it is. Look at how many men are here. How many women and men are here. These many people right here can build their own community tomorrow, and that community will be so rich. These are the young people who can build a lot of stuff. Who can do a lot of stuff. If you count how many people into the Oranian community who started the community, they're not too many. Even now, they're not too many. But look at thousands and thousands of people marching against a few people who was able to build the city, who was able to put the city on high standard of living. And instead of these people to do the same, to put their own city on a high standard of living, they're going to destroy that white people city. It's horrible. Yeah, let's face it, right? Let's face it. We're always talking about white man, Africa, France, Europe. Europe own all the African money. They own all the African economy. No, hell no. They own it because you give it to them, right? America occupied all these countries. Hell no. They occupy all those countries because you allow them to do it. You call them to do it, right? They came in because you allow them to come in. You get them in because you can't. We can't. We can't. That's a proof. That's a proof. We can't. We can't control our stuff. We can't control what we're doing. We can't control anything. We depend on these people. Let's just face it, right? If President Kisekedi called Trump to come and control the minerals, what that means? Look, China was there. American was already there. They was already there. European was already there. But President Kisekedi, he doubled down, called Trump, say, hey, come on, take all of it. Take all of it. We don't need it. Listen, we are so dumb, and I don't know. Excuse my language. Look, Congo sued Apple. You know Apple. These iPhone you use, they are made by a company that's named Apple. Congo took to the court Apple company because they use the material that's made from cotton, the minerals from Congo. They sued Apple because of those type of minerals that's end up used in Apple's phone. The way they get them, all these transactions. They sued Apple. That's Congo, right? And Apple has too much to contribute to United States of America budget. Apple and America are the same. If you sued Apple, if you took to the court Apple because of some issues, meaning you took to the court the country, America. Trump was not happy about it. If you took, let's say you took Google to the court, you have some issue with Google, you took them to the court. You pretty much sued the whole country. They're not going to let you go like that, go with it. Do you all know what Trump said about Europe abusing power over American companies? If you sue American companies, the whole country is not happy about it. So Congo sued Apple because they want Apple to pay back Congo. And after a few months, then Kisekedi called Trump, say, hey, we need you to come in. No, you just sued Apple. You just took Apple to the court over these same minerals deals. Now you call again Trump, the same government, to come in and take all those minerals. How stupid it sounds. How dumb that sounds. Tell me. China was there, Europe was there, America was there already, South Africa is there. Where is Union African? Where is African Union? Where is Nigeria? Where is all these big countries who can come in and help you out? If you need to kick out all these rebels, if you need to kick out all those army groups, you can use the other African armies, other African organization who can come in and help you to bring back peace to the country. But from Congo all the way to United States of America to get Trump to come in. So what that means, we are just so behind, very, very behind. We are not going to make it anytime soon because we have no plan. We have no plan. Tell me a white country who came to Africa to ask for your help. Nobody. Nobody. It's not going to happen. But you cannot say you are equal to these people because you are not ready to do what they do. You cannot build the industry they build. You cannot build all these systems they are building. You cannot do what they did. Instead, you come to get them to come to help you out. Instead of going to your neighbors, go to East Africa, go to West Africa, go to South Africa, go to Morocco, go to Tunisia, go to Algeria, go to everywhere in Africa and get help for yourself. I guess even the fees they're going to charge are not going to be the same. I'm pretty sure America is going to charge you, it's going to overcharge you because the transport and all the stuff. But if you get another country in Africa, I'm pretty sure the fees was not going to be the same. At least you was going to get 50-50. But if you get America or France, you're going to get maybe 5% and 95% back to the white man you're talking about. So when you say you're equal to a white man, you're kidding yourself. You are not, because you don't show that you can do what they're doing. So thank you very much. I really like the story because it shows us how weak we are and it shows us how far we have to go. So thank you very much for you guys who are watching. And I like to see what you think in a comment. And I will see you next time. Bye.